What is up, Packer fans? Back again. Here we are, week 4 of the NFL. Packers play tomorrow, Thursday night football. This is going to be a big one. NFC North division rival, the Detroit Lions coming into town 2-1, as well as the Packers 2-1. Both of us coming off of victories. The Lions beat the Falcons pretty handedly, a team that the Packers obviously lost to the week before. Packers come from behind last week. They beat the Saints. And here we are. It is already week 4. The Packers, though, it is exciting here because, if we win this game, we've got an 11-day bye. We play not the next Monday, but the following Monday night against the Raiders on the October 9th for Monday Night Football. So that's a long stretch off after this game. So if they lose, they'll have a long time to think about it. If they win, they have a lot to build off of, being 3-1 going into the next part of their season. Hopefully everybody is healthy. And if they're not, they can get healthy over that time. I know Elkin Jenkins is still out. He's going to be out this week. He's likely going to push for trying to get back on that October 9th game, but we'll see what happens against the Raiders in Vegas, and then we go to Denver. So it'll be interesting to see who is healthy and what happens. But big news out of Green Bay this week. Christian Watson plans to play tomorrow night. Aaron Jones should be good to go. We'll see about David Bakhtiari. And then we'll see about Devondre Campbell. I think both of them will be out. Jair Alexander is another question mark. Hopefully he is back, but we will see. But with every game that we go through, we get closer to getting Eric Stokes back, which could be good. He's got some speed. I like what he brings to the table. Hopefully Jair is healthy, though. We could really use him against Amon-Ra St. Brown. So let's get to it. Packers, Lions, week 4. What do the Lions bring to the table? It's, Jared Goff. He's a guy that's been to a Super Bowl. He's played really well throughout his career. He was a number 1 pick. He's not really mobile. He's kind of a statue, so we can get after him with the pass rush. Rashawn Gary coming off of 3 sacks. However, that Detroit Lions offensive line is really good. David Montgomery was out last week. I think they get him back this week. Jahmyr Gibbs, the rookie, he played well in his place last week, and that Lions team is just different than it used to be. They're coming off the win against the Chiefs week 1, even though the Chiefs didn't have Chris Jones or Travis Kelce. And it just kind of, week 1 jitters, I think, for that offensive group. We all know Kadarius Toney dropped all those passes. It probably would have been different if he would have caught it. Anyway, so the Lions coming off of that win. Then they lost to Seattle at home, and then they went and beat the Falcons at home again last week, and now they're here to play at Lambeau. Jordan Love's second home game. And now we'll see kind of how this offense looks with Christian Watson in the fold, and then with Aaron Jones out of the backfield. A.J. Dillon just has not stepped up the way we needed him to. He's got, I think, less than 3 yards a carry average, which is just awful. I know he had 3 yards a carry in the game against the Saints. It's just not going to cut it. Emmanuel Wilson coming in looked a lot faster, quicker, more explosive. The one play he had a nice run. There was a holding call, so it got pushed back anyway, but he looks like the guy. If Aaron Jones can't go, start Wilson, have Dillon kind of come in and sub him like he does with Aaron Jones, kind of the change of pace. But I think Aaron Jones will be ready to rock this week. I think he probably was close last week. We saw him running on the field during the game. They showed some of the highlights of that, but I think they just wanted him to for sure be good to go for this Lions game. This is the one that really counts. LaFleur did say, every game matters. We want everybody who can play to play if they can play, So, but we'll see. It's really, hamstrings are things that if you keep hurting them, it'll just take longer to heal, and it could be a long-term thing. So you want to make sure, like for Christian Watson, a guy who's explosive and fast. Same thing with Aaron Jones. So we want to make sure those are healed. But the guys stepping up in their place need to start doing better. A.J. Dillon, I'm calling you out. You need to start running harder, running better, hitting the hole. Stop running into your own guys. Stop falling down on the ground. Stop slipping. Just be explosive. So the Detroit Lions, anyway, on the defensive side of the ball, Aiden Hutchinson, you got to start with him. He is everywhere. He's going to get after the quarterback. 2 sacks last week, a forced fumble recovery. I mean, this guy is super good as a player. Second year, figuring it out. He was good last year, but now you can really see him taking the next step. And so Packers have to block him up. If we can get Bakhtiari back, and Zach Tom even was hurt last week, so we got to see if he's going to even go on the right side. So a lot of shifting, but the thing the Packers do have is depth at offensive line. So that is huge. Way more depth in the Packers offensive line room than most teams. So we'll see what they end up doing. We'll see who can go. We'll see who's hurt. I think Bakhtiari does go. If he is out again, the Packers really need to start thinking about doing something about his salary and kind of his spot on this roster. But when he is out there, he's one of the best left tackles in football, if not the best. So it is hard to just say, see you later. But anyway, Packers, they should have most of their weapons. Jaden Reed will be out there. Dobbs will be out there. Christian Watson should be out there. Aaron Jones, as much of the offensive line as they can. And Luke Musgraves, this guy is, for a rookie tight end, he is having a big year already. 6 catches last week. Had a good game before that against the Falcons. He's becoming kind of a love security blanket underneath, and just a guy that, he makes the catches, he can run, and I like what I see out of him. Really good rookie, probably going to be good for a long time. And then just for the Packers, it comes down to their defense. Can we stop the Lions' offense? Can we stop Amon-Ra? Can we stop Gibbs? Can we stop, Josh Reynolds and Khalif Raymond? They have some players that are quick and shifty and can move. And so for the Packers, it's just about playing sound. I know Barry plays off a lot, so this might be a good defense or a good offense to play off on just because they are so quick and shifty. But we'll see what they do. It comes down to tackling, playing sound football. Can we win the turnover battle? Can we get after Jared Goff? Can Rashawn Gary keep stepping up like he has been? I mean, he's the veteran leader on this team. After losing, he said, watch what us veterans do, and then he comes back with 3 sacks. That is how you lead, for real. So pretty amazing to see him do that after the ACL. I didn't even think he'd be back yet because he hurt it like last October, November against the Lions in Detroit. So for him to be back before the year mark is even up and be playing at the level he is and as much as he is, it's really amazing to see. It really is. So for Jordan Love, though, it comes down to just playing sound football, checking your reads, making sure you're doing all your preset snap stuff, and then just getting after it. He's got the weapons. I mean, Jaden Reed has really stepped up on the outside, getting his guys back, having this first game with Christian Watson. I think it'll be a little bit before Watson and Love get on the same page and start hitting those deep balls, but I think there's going to be some opportunity for Watson to put his stamp on this game at least. His speed and just what he does for the rest of the guys opens things up. Puts Daub as the number 2, and that kind of frees him up against a little bit less talented corner. Jaden Reed's down in the slot with somebody with so much speed like Watson. It opens up a lot for him underneath as well. So it's going to be interesting. Musgraves as well. He can go down the seam. I mean, it opens up a lot for this Packers team. LaFleur, sometimes I just don't agree with his play calls. Sometimes it's like, what are you doing? But for the most part, it seems like a lot of times he's scheming guys open. Guys are getting the football. Jordan Love's making the read. He's making the throw. He's not afraid to throw down the field, which is nice. And he started learning at least to overthrow it instead of underthrow it. He hasn't thrown a lot of picks. The only pick he has this year was kind of a punt. It was 3rd and 10, and he just kind of chucked it up there. Could have maybe made a better decision, but all in all, it's not a huge deal, I guess, for him to have 7 touchdowns and 1 interception at this point in the season, the Packers being 2-1. I don't think any of us expected that. We saw Aaron Rodgers go to the Jets. We know what happened with him. We know that the Jets are not doing what they thought they would this year. But for the Packers to be able to bounce so quickly after, such a huge change and have Love really be the real deal is quite amazing to watch. And I just can't wait to see what happens with this team. Go Packers. Let's beat the Lions. This is for first place in the division. Packers do have first place right now, technically with the tiebreaker, because we do have a division win against the Bears. But right now, this is for the division for real. Packers, Lions. I think the Packers are going to pull it out. Thursday Night Football at Lambeau. Let's get crazy. Let's get loud. Go Pack, go. See you guys next time. Peace.